Hello and welcome. This video is a full body stretch sequence. So when you're ready, get yourself down on the floor. If you've got a mat to make it comfortable, then use one. But if not, just find yourself a comfortable floor that you can lie down on, and we'll start on our back. So once you're lying down, we're going to have the right leg flat on the floor with the left leg nice and bent. And we're going to bring the left knee up into both hands and then pull it up towards the left shoulder. From there, it's just nice, long, slow breaths out. And 3, 2, 1, and release. And we'll go on to the other side. So left leg nice and straight, right leg comes up. And a deep breath out to pull that right knee up towards the right shoulder. Three, 2, 1, and release. And if we bring the left knee back up, the left hand is going to go on the outside of the knee. The right hand goes across to the middle of the shin. And this time we're going to bring a little bit of rotation into the hip. And we're going to bring both hands are pulling up and across the body now towards the right shoulder. So the knee will end up roughly in line with the middle of the chest. And the right hand is pulling around that foot to feel a nice stretch through the glutes all the way through here. The higher the leg is, the more of a stretch you will feel. The gentler that bend in the knee is, the easier it will feel. So you get to set that. And release, and we'll go on to the other side. So right knee up, right hand on the outside of the knee, left hand onto the shin. You set the bend in the knee, and then both hands are pulling across the body again, across the body, knee towards the middle of the chest, shin coming up just outside that shoulder. And as always, nice long slow breaths out. Three, 2, 1, and release. Good. Last one for the glutes that run around the hips. So we're going to bring the left foot across to the right knee. And the first and most important movement is the left knee pushing away. The knee keeps the foot up and we get that rotation. If you'd like a bit more, you can put your left hand between your legs, grip the right knee with both hands. We're going to push the left knee away and pull the right knee towards you. Left knee away and the right knee towards. Three, 2, 1, and release. And we'll go on to the other side. Right foot comes across the left knee. First movement is to push that away. If that feels enough, stay there. If you want some more, the right hand goes between the legs to grip the left knee with both hands. Pull the left knee towards, the right knee away. Three, 2, 1, and release. Well done. Okay, so the right leg can either be bent or it can go flat on the floor, but we're going to go into a hamstring stretch now. So if you'd like it to be a bit gentler, you can bend this knee. If you'd like it to be a bit stronger, you can straighten that leg along the floor, but we're stretching down the back of the thigh now to release it through the hamstrings. Three, 2, 1, and release. And we'll go on to the other side. So the right leg comes up. Again, you can have the bent knee or you can have the straight leg. The choice is yours, but releasing the right hamstring. Three, 2, 1, and release. Well done. So we'll go on to the quads next. So we're going to bring one foot up behind. If you go onto one side, we're going to go, one foot is pulling up towards the base of the ribs. It's sorry, towards the bottom. The hips go forwards, the knee goes behind, and we squeeze the foot up towards your bottom. Hips forwards, knee back, heel towards your bottom. Three, 2, and 1. Good. And a quick little release here. And we're going to go back into a similar position. So we hold on to the foot, we take the knee behind you, and then we bring the foot up again. And then this time, we're just going to bring the other foot up and just gently just try and encourage that downwards towards the floor. That would just very gently just stretch down the outside of the right thigh. Three, 2, and 1. Good, and release. And again, one more release on that. And then all we're going to do then, don't do this one if you're worried about your knee, but we're going to put the foot on the floor behind you, and then we're going to open up into a stretch that way. So the foot's on the floor. I'll show you from the other side so that you know what that looks like. The foot goes onto the floor, and then we're opening up this way just to release through the thigh. Only if that feels right. If it's too much for the knee, just sit this one out and take nice long slow breaths on the floor. And it'll stretch across the quads this one. 3, 2, and 1. Good, and you'll roll back across that way to release the leg, and we'll then roll across and we'll do the other side. So we've got the quad stretch first. Three, 2, 1, and release. And we'll bring that leg back up. Bring the knee behind you. Bring the knee behind you, and then bring the leg up, and then we're going to go down. Three, 2, 1, and release. And then we'll go back into this final release for the quads if you want it, which was this one. I'm going to do it on the other side, seeing as I did it on that side that time. So the foot comes up, we place it on the floor nice and gently, and we open up into that stretch. 3, 2, and 1, and we reach across to bring ourselves up and out. Good work. All right then, so if we bring ourselves up to a seated position next, you can have the legs out straight in front of you. We'll just very gently release through the back. So what we're going to do, we can take a nice deep breath in, lift the chest, and we're going to try and stretch the base of the chest forwards first to get a release through the back of the legs. And then take a nice deep breath in, a little bit further, and then on the breath out, we're going to very gently just round off and let gravity do the rest of the work. So pulling forwards with the base of the chest, and then letting gravity do the rest of the work. Three, 2, 1, and release. Well done. Okay, so if you bring yourself into a seated position and with your feet together, you can hold onto your feet. The closer your heels are, the harder it will be, and we're going to drop the knees out to the side, down towards the floor. Three, 2, 1, and release. Well done. So we'll go into a wide leg stretch now. So the wider your heels go, the harder it will be. Hands go behind you, and we're going to push upwards and forwards with the chest, and you should feel that all the way through the insides of the thighs. Three, 2, 1, and release. We'll bring those feet back together, and any cross-legged stretch or any cross-legged position or comfortable seated position here is fine. we're going to do a stretch both ways next. So nice deep breath in, bring the arms up. And a breath out, we go into a side stretch. Three, two, one, and release the arm first, and then bring yourself back up. And then again, deep breath in, and a breath out. Three, two, one, and release the arm first, and then bring yourself back up. Good, so we'll stretch the shoulders and then we'll stretch the neck next. So we're going to start off with the triceps. So one hand reaches up and behind you, the other hand very gently is just going to pull across to release the tricep down the back of the arm. Three, two, one, and release, and onto the other side. So reach down the back and then very gently pull across. Three, two, and one, and release. And a shoulder stretch next. So the arm comes across and then the other arm comes up and then pulls the arm across to release through the front of the shoulder. If you can't feel much, pull that shoulder back as well and you'll feel that a little bit more. Three, two, and one, and we'll release. Other arm comes up, and then the other arm comes in, and then again just pulls, drop that shoulder back. Three, two, one, and release. Good work. So we'll bring it up into the neck next. We're going to do these stretches gently, because it's your neck, they must be gentle. So we're going to take the hands behind us and drop the shoulders down and behind, and we're going to keep them there. Take a nice deep breath in and a breath out. We're going to release through the outside of the neck, just very gently. Three, two, one, and breath in comes up. Breath in goes the other way. Breath out goes the other way. So gentle stretches, shoulders always pulling back and down. Three, two, and one, and bring it back up. Keep the arms and shoulders in that position. You can take a nice deep breath in. Turn 45 degrees and then down, the chin goes down to the chest. Three, two, and one, back up. Turn 45 degrees the other way and down. Three, two, and one, and we'll bring it back. Good, now for the next ones you can relax your arms. And we're going to turn the head away so that the collarbone and the inside of the jaw are in the same kind of angle, and then the movement we're going to do is to lift the base of the jaw upwards. So we're going to lift through here. It'll be a small movement, but we're just going to feel a stretch through the front here in the muscles that we call the scalenes. Just gently. Three, two, and one, and we'll release back to the middle. Good, and we'll turn the other way so that the jawbone and the collarbone are in a similar kind of line, and then again, just going to very gently lift here, away from here. 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Bring it back. And now that we've done all of that, we're going to release the hip flexors next, up on our knees. And we're going to finish with a nice twist now that everything's nice and loose. So we'll come up onto one knee first, come up into a kneeling position, take that knee forwards, and we're going to slide the hips forwards, lifting the front of the pelvis just to release the hip flexor here. Nice and tall and relaxed with the shoulders, now that we've loosened those off. Three, 2, and 1. Onto the other side then. Deep breath in, and then hips go forwards, lift the front of the pelvis. Three, 2, and 1. Good. So gradually make your way back down to the floor for the final stretches. You'll be on your back. And we're going to bring the knees up. So the arms are out nice and wide, the knees are up. We're going to take a nice deep breath in. And on the breath out, we're going to keep those knees squeezed together. And we're going to rock the hips all the way across into a twist. Let those knees touch down. If the opposite shoulder lifts up, then bring that back down to the ground. And if you want to, you can turn your head away from the legs. If you want a bit more than that, you can straighten the top leg. Like to finish with the twists because they rely on so many muscles to release. So if you try and do it whilst everything else is still tight, you won't quite get there. Three, 2, 1, and release the leg, release the head back to the middle and bring yourself back up. And we'll do once the other way. So we're going to drop the knees across, replace that shoulder, turn away from the legs if you want to, and then you can straighten the top leg if you want to as well. Three, 2, and 1. Well done. You bring those legs back to the middle. You've got a choice now. You can either bring yourself up nice and gently and go on with the rest of your day, or you can go into a bit of a relaxation next if you'd rather. It's your call. Thank you for following along. Enjoy the rest of your day.